I'm PS Korana from Legal Eye. During this lockdown, I have started working on other things than the professional life because of the corona has put us in a different scenario of life. I was contemplating how to interact with my fellow citizens during this period. I was thinking how to explore different aspects of life pertaining to law, be it with the fellow lawyers, with the law students, or the other fellow citizens who have keen interest in the subject of law. I have interacted for the last more than 25 years with the young lawyers, law students, understood their difficulties, their problems when they enter into this profession. Very true, there are certain aspects which pertains to the legal education. I'm not going into that at this stage. Yes, the professional entering into this legal profession at the initial stage faced lot of difficulties. Those difficulties may be in search of a proper guru in the shape of a guide, maybe how to understand the legal system existing in our country, and the most difficult predicament is where to start, be it at the trial court or the high court or at the level of Supreme Court. Someone who start at the level of Supreme Court may face this question: why you have not started with the trial court? Because if you don't have any understanding of the working of the trial courts, how can you survive in this Supreme Court? Similarly, in the case of High Court also, then how to procure the work, how to draft the cases at the different levels of hierarchy of our courts, how to argue, what is the court crafting. So, in the subsequent videos, I'll touch each and every aspect. But today, I am discussing with you the most important thing, that is at the initial stage, how to interact with your client. Suppose you have a client, how to interact with that client, what information you must have gather while interacting with the client, which will help you to draft and argue your case in a better perspective, and find out the real remedy available to that client. So, if you have properly interacted with your client, if you have gathered the information, properly gather the facts so that you can, in a truthful manner, project those facts before the court for its effective adjudication on the basis of the law, and information also includes the documents in support of the claim of your client. So, keeping in view all these facts, today I'll just discuss with you how to interact with your client. A client came to you, he is always either under anxiety or under stress. Greet him properly, offer him a cup of tea, coffee, juice, whatever he want. Allow him to settle down, allow him to come to a particular pace of ease. And then, with due respect, allow him to narrate his story, narrate his issues, narrate his grievances. Yes, he has certain issues. That's why he has approached you as a lawyer. So allow him to narrate the whole story. He may be emotionally charged. He may move away from the real issues. But sometime in those emotions, you may find certain facts which are very important. After the interaction, by you say he moves much away from the real issues in his emotions, still allow him to narrate it. And then at the back of your mind, try to find out the remedy or the legal issues available to him under law. And then put certain questions in the backdrop of that. And then whatever he is stating before you, ask him to give you the documents. Correlate his issues which he has orally narrated to you with the documents. And then make up your mind whether he has a remedy available under law in those facts or not. Then, if he has some remedy, he has some legal issues which may be adjudicated by the competent court of law, then before proceeding with the process of litigation, inform him that he has certain other remedies available under law to settle his issues in a very short span of time with the minimum of physical and mental exertion and financial liability, like mediation. Give him the understanding, clarify the whole concept of mediation, and if he agrees, then move ahead with the pre-litigation mediation process. And then if he agrees, all right. If he doesn't, all right. And in case pre-litigation process fails, or he is not agreeing with the pre-litigation mediation, then tell him the real facts, the remedies available to him, and how much time it will, approximately how much time it will minimum take in the process of litigation, and all the eventualities which may you observe he may face during the process of litigation, so that he can finally make up his mind whether to enter into such litigation or not. Don't give him the rosy picture. Don't exaggerate the things to attract the client. Rather, help him to understand his real issues, the real issues involved into the litigation, and then if he finally agrees, then inform him these are the remedies available to you, and say it he has a dispute regarding agreement to sell, so you may suggest suit for specific performance. He has some service matter relating to promotion. You may suggest that he has a remedy in the High Court under Article 226 by way of filing a civil writ petition. But suggest him the real remedies available to him. Don't concoct anything. Don't formulate the things which are not actually existing. So in the next video, I'll discuss if you have to file a civil suit while interacting with your client to exhaust his remedy of filing a civil suit. For different civil suits, what information you have to gather from your client. Say a civil suit for injunction, a civil suit for declaration, civil suit for specific performance, or different civil suits are there. Similarly, in case of an appeal, a revision petition, or a petition in the High Court, or a petition or specially petition in the Honorable Supreme Court, how to interact with your client to get the best information available, the best documents available, so that you can pursue his remedy in accordance with law. I will discuss in the subsequent videos in on all these aspects. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.